Another week of high school football is in the books, another one ahead of us, and we're going to start focusing on girls flag football. I'm so excited. Welcome into another episode of Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon, and I just want to jump into this past week. Yep, you and I both didn't get to go out. I was lucky enough, my brother-in-law is now a big leaguer and he was here playing the Diamondbacks. So I'm so sorry I wasn't at Friday Night Football, but I think it's a decent excuse. And Spurge, you got a lot of games out on the stream. So what did you notice on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in high school football. We're seeing a lot of the best teams start to take shape, a lot of teams that are surprising 3-0, including a team and coach that we're going to catch up with later in the show down in Marana. And they beat Higley, who has been sort of the favorite in 5A to maybe be an open team or defend their title for the third straight year. They've gone back to back in 5A, so they had a chance to go, still have a chance to go for a three-peat. But that was a huge win, and just playmakers all over the field. We're starting to see who the best players in the state are. So I'm excited for the rest of the year.
Speaking of the best players, we'll bring in Bruce Cooper, who is always one of our best players in quick picks. But Spurge, you still have the lead despite Coop and I both going 3-0 last week. You were just one game ahead of us. The first matchup is Camelback at Cesar Chavez. And Spurge, I'm going to let you kick us off since you're in the lead.
Well, this will be a fun matchup. Camelback is always a good team. You know, I was watching film on Huddle when I was looking for some footage for us to use for this, and I'm very impressed with what they do in the passing game. They can move the ball. They moved the ball well against Desert Edge in a loss. They were able to beat Dobson earlier in the year as well. That's their lone win so far. So I like what I've seen out of them. But Cesar Chavez with Coach Hovick, I think the quote unquote turnaround has happened faster than even people who are big fans of Chandler Hovick like we are could have thought. They have a lot of young talent in the sophomore class specifically, and they are bought in. You know, they played Chandler tight to open the year, and they've only done nothing but win since then. So I'm excited to see what they continue to do. The culture is there. The talent is there to match. So I'm going to go ahead and take Coach Hovick's team, the Cesar Chavez. I'm going to say 28-13.
Camelback has only scored 38 total points on the season. Their lone win that Jordan talked about was a 13-9 win over Dobson. Meantime, I look at Cesar Chavez. Heck, they have two games. They had a 52-7 win and a 46-6 win. I like the champions big in this. Give me Cesar Chavez 55, Camelback 14.
Are they called the champions for a reason? Because I'm going to have to agree here, honestly. You both covered a lot of the points that I wanted to get to. Primarily, Hovick was the hire that this team needed, and it is delivering, like you said, Spurge, even faster than anybody could have imagined. I think people are just bought in because they know he wants to be there. And yeah, they've been delivering results too. And I'm going with Hovick and the champions, and I'm going to go with you, Coop. It's going to be a little bit more of a higher scoring game for the champions. I'm going to make it 31-7 for that matchup. All right. Desert Edge at Higley. We kind of talked just a little bit about Higley here in the opener.
I know Coach Zuby's Higley Knights, they have a scored or several. I know he's gotten on them. They got beat. They lost their first game of the year last week against Marana there. So I'm looking for a big rebound. So give me Higley 49 and Desert Edge 20.
They've had a really tough schedule for the most part to start the season too. Let's not forget they opened to Liberty, the defending open champ. So that's tough. And then a tough loss to Notre Dame Prep. However, we're talking about the reigning 5A champs. Eddie Zuby is just an expert at what he does. And it's probably going to be all season difficult for me to put a vote against them. I really like Luke Halgo and what he's doing there. He has a really good connection with his receivers, his running backs. And we'll actually talk about some recent offers that have gone to Higley on the recruiting roundup, plugging it again. But I'm going with Higley in this one, and I'll go 35-14. And Spurge, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games where it's definitely not a talent disparity at all. Higley is just that team right now. No knock on Desert Edge. You know, I like the athleticism from Eliza Sherban-Fox at quarterback, and then all over the field, they really are a track team out there. I mean, they're up there with the fastest teams in the state. But Eddie Zuby's team, you mentioned it, Coop, looking for revenge after a loss last week. You know, many thought this would be an easy run to an undefeated season and potentially an open berth or another chance at a 5A title. both of those still in play, and I think they're just going to come out and win. It's a rematch of the 5A state title. I know obviously Desert Edge is hungry because that's a game they felt like they should have won last year down at the wire, but I just think Higley has too much. Their offense the last 3 years has been unstoppable. Desert Edge, they're still figuring it out this year with new pieces. So I'm going to roll with the Knights in this one. I'm going to say 38-27.
All right, guys, I hate to do this, but our last matchup is Brophy at Perry. And if you're anything like me, I don't even know who I'm going to choose in this very moment. Cale Snyder has been so impressive and has somehow mastered his offense at such a young age. And I've gotten to see him play. I'll probably go out to the game this week too. I'm so impressed with him. Their defense is just as good. And then you look at Brophy, we're talking about stacked teams. That's Brophy. Brophy is filled top to bottom with talent. If it's at home, I guess I'm going Perry, and I'll go 21-20. And it's simply because I don't want to make a choice. So we're making it close. All right, Spurge, who do you pick?
I mean, you really said it. This is definitely the toughest game we've had to pick so far. Both these teams, right now, a lot of media members have them both playing for the Open, and Brophy specifically being in the top 4 of the Open. What Coach Ortiz has done at Perry is remarkable, and Cale Snyder is going to be somebody on our radars that we're going to just talk about so much over the next 3 years. And, he has the potential to do kind of like what Wyatt Horton did a couple years ago at Pinnacle and take them to a 6A championship if that's the way the card's full. He's got that kind of ability, and they've got that kind of team. But Brophy, I just think this is the year they're putting it all together. I will say, still going with 2 quarterbacks. I know Humphrey has been the main starter, but Case Vandenbosch has gotten in because they've just been outscoring teams, and Case has looked phenomenal when he's been in the game. He's got a little bit more of that hit or miss, and he's got that athleticism, making guys miss at the goal line. So it's another layer that they can throw out there, whether it is a game where they're pulling away or even in a game to change things up if the offense is struggling. They always have options. I know sometimes when you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. I don't think that applies to the Brophy Broncos so far this year. So I think you can see where I'm going. I didn't know where I was going before, but I'm going to ride with Brophy in this one in a very close matchup. I'm going to say 28-27.
For me, I will make the deciding factor as 2 is better than 1, meaning the 2 quarterback approach is better than the 1. I mean, Cale Snyder is an extraordinary quarterback. And when we're talking about a game that's really and truly a toss-up and close, I would normally give Perry the edge being at home in this one, but give me Brophy 24 and Perry 21.
Hey, look, we all have it with just within a couple points. So at least we're in agreement there. That does it for another Quick Picks. Coming up, we'll have a conversation with the Marana head coach and, of course, our social spotlight segment. So stick around.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers. Best quality, best selection, and best price.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hoving's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I needed one of the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
Welcome back to Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins, and we mentioned it earlier in the show, but one of the teams just lighting it up so far this season is down south, Marana. We've got head coach Phillip Steward here now. So listen, your team, fresh off a huge win over Higley. You guys are just, taking it week by week, doing your thing. But before we really get into anything, what do we need to know about your team this year?
Their focus. That's one of the biggest things. They're way back in May when I met with my senior class, they said they wanted to go win a state title. So I told them the coaches and I will do our part, but they have to do their part. So each week we're seeing them going out and refocusing each week, not matter who we plan, and going out there and battling all the way to the end is, it's just a great thing to see. So I think the boys, the senior class is doing a really good job of leading our team to what we're trying to do each week.
I think overall media is really excited about Desmond Robick. Obviously, he just broke the 5A reception record, set the AIA overall record. So you've got a record breaker on your team. What kind of, influence is he having alone on the team, and him and his brother as well?
So he plays a big part. And like you said, he is going through a record-setting season, but that comes from what he did his freshman year, what he did in 8th grade year. All those years he didn't put in the work. It's no wonder why he's having the year he's had. And he's doing a good job this year as far as taking on the leadership role, helping the kids after practice, showing them different ways to run their routes, showing them the things that he does for him to be able to perform the way he does on Friday. So he's taking a big part as far as the leadership role, that we asked him going into the offseason, because his game speaks for itself. But that leadership part, that's showing the other guys, doing the things the way he does it is helping us out a lot.
Speaking of that too, obviously we know, some of the alums that I saw were just recently out there. Actually, some of the Bourget brothers, Trenton and Coben were out there. What's it like to see just the community of alumni like themselves and the area as well, like be behind this team? I know they're always kind of hanging around there and doing their thing, but just the fact that they're behind this team right now.
I love it, man. And like I tell the boys each week, man, it's for the community. It's for the fans. It's the reason why we do what we do, man. Having everybody come together, because we preach family here. So having everybody come out to those games and some of those alumni returning to come and watch us do what we do, it's just a great thing to see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those kids and a lot of these people grew up here, and they have watched the history of a team like South Point beat on Marana, a team like Higley go win the state championship two times in a row. So seeing a team like us, Marana, coming out and beating those teams, it's a good thing to see. And so crazy story, the Bourgets, their cousin is our starting quarterback. So it works having them out there, having them encouraging him to do what he's doing each week. It's just a good thing to see.
You're talking about family while wearing the shirt that says family. And if we're going to talk about what you're wearing, I do like your baseball cap right now. I don't think it has anything on your pride. Yeah, I don't think it has anything on your Friday night cap attire. Tell us about your hat you wear on game day.
So my hat, I'm originally born and raised in Houston, Texas. So I do wear the hat, but that's for me. That hat I wear because it's hot out here and it keeps the sun out of my face. But I'll tell the kids that's my thinking hat. It keeps me in tune with what's going on. It keeps my mind on the game. It lets me know, like, hey, I gotta stay focused just like the kids. Because like I said, I like being out there with them. I like doing the warm-ups and stuff with them. So me having my hat on, it just keeps me in the game. It keeps me in rhythm and stuff like that. I don't wear it on the sideline, but in warm-ups, I wear it and after the game, So when I'm interviewing and stuff like that. And then a lot of people always ask me about the hat, and it gives me another way to talk about the football players. I tell the boys I'm always trying to talk about them. I'm always trying to put them out there. So when somebody see my hat, they always ask, hey, what is hat for? And I'll tell them I coach for the Tigers. And it gives me opportunity to be able to talk about them. So that's why I do it.
That's awesome. And it's something that, you have your calling card. With this team this year, we see it, I want to say pretty much every year there's a team with sort of that special sauce that it comes together. For example, Canyon de Oro last year, what they had, a whole community of kids that played since they were in 6th grade together. They all happened to be seniors. What's the special sauce that you guys have right now? You touched on the senior leadership, but is there something that maybe separates you as one of those teams? I don't want to get too far ahead, but as one of
it's crazy you say that. So this senior class I took over when they came in as freshmen. So this is my first class, and I have watched them grow from freshmen to what they are now. We have been building up to this point. So it's no wonder, like, this is not a shock to us. It's not a surprise to why we have in this season, because we have been building on this. These kids, these seniors have seen my first year went 7-3, the second year went 10-2, and then last year went 5-5. So they kind of seen the ups and downs. They seen what they don't want to do. They seen what they do want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I told them, for us to be able to win a state title, it's not going to just be showing up every day in the summer. We got to do something extra. We have to do something what everybody else is not doing. And those seniors took that as a challenge, and we went in this summer and we put in a lot of work. And that's why I believe we having the season we having, because each one of my seniors are playing at a prominent position. I have 2 senior linebackers. I got seniors at my defensive backs. I got seniors on my linemen, seniors my receiver core. So I have seniors all over the field playing at a high level. So I think that's why we're having a successful season, because we have built to this moment. You know what I'm saying? And I know it comes to a shock to a lot of people, like, well, you just upset Higley. We don't look at it as an upset. We went in the game knowing, hey, we're going to win this game if we do what we do. So I think it was a good opportunity for us, and we took advantage of the opportunity.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sure we're going to have some really fun conversations later on in the season. We really appreciate your time. Stick with us. When we come back, we'll have Social Spotlight with Eliav Gabai.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kind of looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
When you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
Make a splash this summer with incredible offers on your new 2024 Volkswagen from Bird's Volkswagen. Get the hottest deals of the season, like 0% financing up to 60 months or $2,500 customer cash back. It's the summer sale splash. Trade in and trade up and drive a new 2024 Jetta model as low as $22,495 or a 2024 Volkswagen Taos for only $23,995. Hurry into Bird's Volkswagen, Baseline and Country Club, and birdsvw.com.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Now bust a move, bust a move, bust a move.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers, best quality, best selection, and best price.
Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon and, of course, Eliav Gabay, who has scoured the internet for our social spotlight segment. And I am going to venture to guess he delivered.
I mean, I hope I do. I hope I do. Now I'm all nervous. Did I deliver? Didn't I deliver? Let's just say I did. We're going with house money, starting with our guy, LJ Walker of Perry, earning the Fiesta Bowl MVP, 6 catches for 208 yards, 2 tutties, and of course, a Perry victory. Claudia, come on. When we talk about performances, when we talk about MVP performances, that's it right there.
Oh, absolutely. And I think this kind of brings us back to quick picks earlier in the show when I was just talking about how Perry is absolutely lighting it up. And we had a really tough matchup to choose between Perry and Brophy this week. But there's just an awesome receiving core over there at Perry, excuse me. And he's an excellent example. And that belt looks pretty sweet.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Now we're going to transition into a couple Red Mountain tweets. First off, Evan Svoboda. Okay, now I know Wyoming hasn't had a great year, but how about this touchdown drive? Of course, Red Mountain alum and Spurge, like I just said, Wyoming not having a great year, but we love to see our Arizona high school football players at the next level.
Yeah, and had a chance to see him when they came and played Arizona State. Obviously, ASU had a big win, but was talking to our guy Cody Cameron on the sideline before, and he was just saying, Evan's the perfect example of a guy, especially during COVID, dealing with late recruitment and still ending up at a D1 program that fits him. And so it's good to see him starting. It's good to see him, making some plays. And, as I'm sure Ralph on our team is hoping for, hopefully Wyoming, continues on an upward trajectory the rest of the season.
That's right, Ralph. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about that. RIP, buddy. RIP. We're still with you. We love you always, Ralph. Now, sticking with Red Mountain and our guy, JJ Digos. I mean, photos on photos between him, Shannon, Ariana. I mean, we have so many big photogs around the state. But Claudia, we're looking at the Red Mountain Desert Ridge game right now from JJ. Which one of these is your favorite? Because all of these I love.
Okay, like along with quick picks, same thing. Do I have to choose? I hate making picks so hard. I'm gonna have to go with the catch up in the air. That's probably the best one. If I have to pick one, maybe it's the first one that caught my eye. I don't know. They're all so great. They all get a 10 out of 10 from me.
Always 10 out of 10 for JJ. I'm gonna go with the nearly blocked kick, or maybe it was a blocked kick, but that's a sweet snap there from JJ. And then we'll wrap it up with Just Chili. Who better than to post this than our guy Just Chili for Washington commit, Marana wide receiver Desmond Roebuck, the receptions record, 283. Wow. I mean, impressive isn't enough for that kind of feat, Spurge.
Yeah, and shout out to Chili too. He's always on top of it. He kind of goes against the grain, a lot. And it's not a shot at any media, but a lot of people, it's okay, we're going to go to the big games, yada, yada, yada. He always finds storylines and he always finds places to be, makes the drive literally anywhere. He'll cover the best game in the nation in California when no one else is. He'll go to Georgia, he'll go all over, but made the drive down to Marana because he knew what was going to happen. And that's Desmond Roebuck breaking that record. Congrats to him, securing his name as one of the greatest wide receivers in state history. Going to UW next year, he'll join Damon Williams and Adam Muhammad, barring any transfer portal news in the offseason. You never know nowadays, but he'll be up there, up in the Northwest, and he's going to continue to crush it. Desmond's doing great. His brother Sean, another one to watch out for, had a phenomenal performance this week, and definitely excited for him. So good luck to the next receiver trying to break it, because he's going to just absolutely smash through it. Only 3 games in and already breaking the all-time state record. So good luck to anybody else that aims to do that one day.
Yeah, he's obliterating it. I do have to add, though, Jed Fish definitely knows his Arizona receivers, because if we're looking at Brennan Phelps last season and, he didn't make the transfer over to UW. I thought it might happen because he grew up a Washington fan, but yeah, 2 for 2 on record breakers there.
Yep. And that's all I got. But I also know if there's any recruiting changes, Claudia is going to be on it. So there we go for Social Spotlight.
Plug, recruiting roundup. All right, Eliav, thank you so much for joining us on Social Spotlight. And thank you all for watching this week's Bleacher Talk. Lots of action. You can stay right here on Sports 360 AZ this Friday night. And we'll see you again on Bleacher Talk next week.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi, folks. Here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.